Let's talk about the best Chanel fragrances. If you are maybe just getting into perfume, Chanel is probably the first house that you go to and you want to discover. And there is a lot of fragrances, so I wanted to make a list of the best ones from the lines and the ones that you should start with. And then if you don't like anything, then go to the others. But I don't think so. You'll love them. These are the best fragrances and I'll tell you why and who they would be best for. So if you haven't been here yet, my name is Monica and I make videos about perfume and luxury, so subscribe if you want to smell amazing and if you want to join this community. I would love that. And let's jump into it. By the way, I am a fragrance collector. I've got probably about 400 fragrances in my collection, a lot, and I have smelled a lot of fragrances. I work in the industry. I love perfume so much, so this is why I know about these. Let's start with the first fragrance that you have to check out. So if you're looking at the Coco Mademoiselle line, there's a couple of options for you, but I would argue the best one is definitely Eau de Parfum Intense or Intense. This fragrance to me is just so good because I personally couldn't choose between the first Coco and this Intense. But in the end, I did so many wear tests and I found that this one is a bit more intense. Wow, intense and spicy, and the vanilla and the spiciness stays on the skin forever, and it's such a gourmand, like delicious dry down. The dry down of this kills the other ones. Heads down, hands down, heads down, hands down. And this has got the same freshness and fruitiness and patchouli in there, but it does project stronger in my opinion, and the dry down is just to die for. It's, to most noses, nearly the same fragrance, but this one just more versatile and it's just more high quality smelling in my opinion. This is a fragrance perfect for your signature scent, for everyday. Chanel makes awesome, versatile, no-brainer fragrances. If you want to only have one in your collection, any Chanel fragrance pretty much will do, especially this one because people love it. Everybody loves this one. So school, work, doesn't matter if you're young or old, this one just really covers all ages, which I love. Next one is the Chance version, and this one I would suggest to you to go and check out Eau Tendre. This is the best one to me. I'm a bit biased because it used to be my signature scent, but guys, not only this is like an innocent scent, it smells like baby skin, like the softest skin. It's perfect, innocent, just floral, but this is like a soft floral. It just literally smells like this perfect blush bouquet of flowers that is kind of creamy, kind of soft. It just smells like your skin. It smells like your natural scent, but so much prettier. And this one is a perfect youthful scent, I would say, even if you're a bit younger. This is one of the Chanel fragrances that is more youthful, and younger people can get away with wearing it. But I have also one lady, she was like, okay, I'll guess her age, but she was probably like about 60, and I remember her telling me that this was her signature scent and she wore it. So any age pretty much, but this does have more youthful fragrance than Coco Mademoiselle to me. And also men find it incredibly sexy in like a non-heavy, like a daytime sexy way. So men also and boys are obsessed with it. So if you're looking for that factor, that one is better than Coco Mademoiselle. Next up, I have to tell you about Allure Sensuelle from Chanel. This one, I would say, if you love Coco Mademoiselle, it's quite similar. It's surprisingly similar. And I find that not many people gravitate towards it because it's in a bit more of a formal looking bottle, but this one, guys, it's beautiful. To me, it reminds me a lot of Coco Mademoiselle, but to me, it isn't as heavy on the patchouli. It's a bit more creamy, and it's just sensual. It is sensual. It's a bit more quiet, and it is a bit more powdery to me, to my nose personally. I love it a lot, and I don't own it because I have this one already, and let me tell you, I've got too many fragrances, but I love it. And sometimes when I go to the counter, Chanel counter, which I do a lot, then I smell, I just like to remind myself of that fragrance because it's beautiful and it's a bit more unique than Coco Mademoiselle. So if you want a little hack, then go for that one. Next up is, and I couldn't pick one, it's so hard, but okay, I picked this one. It's the versions, this version. Actually, this is the second one I picked from the line. Okay, doesn't matter. Coco Noir. This fragrance, I would say, is for somebody that maybe used to wear this all the time and now is ready for something a bit different, but you still like that DNA. This is a grown-up sister of Coco Mademoiselle to me. This fragrance, for example, my mom is obsessed with it because it smells a bit more grown up, and I would argue that this is a bit more citrusy, like citrusy, but like heavier citruses. It's darker, it's moodier, like the bottle. It is a bit more persistent and dense in its like authority. I feel like, for example, my French teacher used to wear this. So to me, this just smells like she was very classy, but she was like, you know, authority, a bit more grown up. This is incredibly classy, and I find it a bit sweeter and less spicy than Coco Mademoiselle. Love this one. But next one, the best fragrance, and there's quite a lot of these in it, but I want to tell you which one would be for whom, in my opinion, if you are looking to only buy one. So the next one from Chanel that I absolutely love and I don't own yet because I will, is the Coco, but what is it called again? I'm terrible with names, by the way. That's why. It's not that I don't know it. I'm just absolutely terrible with names. Okay, it's Coco Eau de Parfum. To me, Coco Eau de Parfum is the best of both worlds. It is an in-between sister of these two. It's probably my favorite out of these three, just by a tiny bit, but that one has got the ambery warmth that also the intense version has, but it's a bit less youthful and joyful than Coco Mademoiselle, but it's not as serious as Coco Noir. So to me, the dry down of the Eau de Parfum, yeah, Eau de Parfum, just checking, is just to die for. It's so wonderful, and it's a bit different also in the opening. It's got just something else going on. I think that one to me is the sexiest and most all age appropriate, I would say. This one also, but I would say if I was going to go for one of them, I would go for the middle one. Oh, thank you so much. Yay. Next up is Coromandel from the exclusive Chanel line. Not every boutique will have this line, but you can find it online. I'll link it for you on the Chanel website, and you can find it in bigger stores like Selfridges here in Birmingham has it, in Manchester I believe also, because it's a bigger store. This fragrance is just a masterpiece to me. Chanel is this in a fragrance, just the whole brand, the way they make fragrances, it's so classy and timeless. And this is quite heavy, it's a gourmand, semi-gourmand I would say, so it's a delicious fragrance. It's got a lot of patchouli, so if you don't like patchouli, maybe steer away from this one, but the patchouli here is earthy, it's amped up from this line, definitely. I've got some chocolates, some citruses, white chocolates, some citruses, some creaminess in there, a lot of spiciness, and it smells delicious, but in a perfect mid-level way, not a really, you know, sweet, not a too fresh sweet. It's just perfect, sophisticated, signature worthy scent. My dog is trying to get into the room. It's a scent that is just magical, and it's the essence of Chanel. If you want a fragrance that not everybody will love, but that you will love, and this will be your signature scent, and it's a bit more challenging on the nose, then try this one. It's maybe not as widely likable, but it's definitely like a signature worthy scent. Next up from the I want to say the name of the fragrance, the exclusive line, is Gardenia. This one I would say is much more easily likable. Gardenia is a beautiful, expensive oil to use in a fragrance, and this is just innocence in a fragrance. It's like white floral, just pretty bride-like fragrance. Yes, to me it's like an innocent white, what I see in my head. Just, I don't know what it's called in English, but when you wake up and there is water on the grass, it's probably it's called something. That to me, it is just an innocent, clean, white flower scent, but extremely expensive smelling. To me, this is a fragrance that is also a bit more grown up, but if you love it, you can wear it. I always say that, but not extremely grown up. I would say 25 years and up. Stunning. The quality level is amazing because white flowers can smell really cheap. Chanel has made it really nice, and it's kind of like memories of youth. That is the vibe that this fragrance is for me, and I think it's one of the more wearable and likable for the general public from the line. The next fragrance that, let me tell you, I didn't like this when it first came out. It's Gabrielle Essence. So I didn't like the original Gabrielle when it came out because there's a couple of versions. So I would say Essence is the only one worth your money. I would say personally, and I'm allowed to say that because it's my channel. Essence, Gabrielle, the first one that it came out, it's kind of like nothing groundbreaking. It's kind of popular smelling. It's kind of boring for Chanel, I would say personally. Please don't sue me, Chanel. But Essence, it's just beautiful. It's also, my husband, for example, says it is sexy for him in the same way that Eau Tendre is, in like a fresh, innocent way. It's extremely sexy, and it's got ylang-ylang, it's got some coconut qualities, it's fruity, citrusy, it's quite uplifting, I would say, but it's got a nice base of vanilla also, so it really stays on the skin for quite a long time, I find, personally on mine when I've tested it, and it's just high quality smelling than all the other options, so I would say go for this one if you fancy more like a yellow smelling fragrance, if you know what I mean. It's just like yellow fruit and citruses and then ylang-ylang. It is that sort of a fragrance. Lovely, lovely scent. Really all age appropriate, I would say, and work appropriate as well. And you might be surprised that I'm not saying number 5. To me personally, it is Chanel, but I feel like I wouldn't personally wear it. A lot of people would find it too heavy to wear on an everyday basis. It smells kind of more vintage at this point, and because so many women wore it when it came out, I feel like it smells kind of grandma-y. So I'd say if you want that scent, that Chanel scent, but you want the updated version, they've come out with a few, but to me my favorite is Allure. Number 5 Allure. It is amazing. I really want to own it in my collection because it's very sparkling, fresh. It's that Chanel, like kind of clean, soapy, aldehydic scent, but it's sparkling. It's kind of like, you know when you open Sprite, you've got that, like little, it just kind of sprinkles and like in your nose, it's like, ooh, what is it? This is the kind of, I know it might sound weird, but this is what it does. It's got incredible freshness to it, and it uplifts, and although it's quite classy, it's got an incredible freshness and beautifulness to it. So I would say if you wanted to go for number 5, go for L'Eau, because to me that one is just perfect in its own right. Let me know what is your favorite Chanel fragrance, and subscribe for more videos. I'm also on Instagram at Monica_Cioch, CIOCH, my surname, and I'll see you all again very soon.